Okay, man. I didn't mean to make like two videos in one day or more than two videos in one day because I just came up with this idea. So I was, I started seeing a pattern to me online of, these guys who brag about getting women and guys who tell guys to go, improve themselves and tell them that the dating scene can't change, even though if the top pick guys, the 20%, start putting standards on the women they had sex with, then it would force the women to either change or stay with the guys that are at their level. But these guys are trying to make you run around in circles, like pretty much telling you that you have to pay an entry fee to eat in a restaurant that will give you and serve you half-eaten food. The dating scene is like a bunch of women who are half-eaten, and you see the bite marks off the food, and they're making you pay full price for it. I'm starting to see that it's a war on unattractive men. And I want you to put it together yourself with this war that's going on against unattractive men. See, the guy on my screen is a voice actor, right? For Dragon Ball. So it was this girl that came out and said that he did some inappropriate things to her, but her story doesn't come full together because she was in pictures with him. I mean, recently she was in pictures with him. She was cordial with this guy. You don't take pictures with a guy if they sexually harassed you. You automatically tell any higher up what this guy's doing. So I want to think about this, like, and if you notice this too, why is it that every single body who gets put with a sexual harassment charge or face a false allegation charge are always unattractive men? Most of the time, you always see these women, when it's convenient for them, they always stick the allegations, the false allegations against an unattractive man. I always seen this now. With this guy right here, he's not that attractive. I don't think he even probably... The woman used these words, because I'm trying to find her tweets now. Here go one of them. She says, all of these go to the cops, folks. I thought it was a one-time occurrence with someone who always been creepy with me. See, when a woman calls you creepy, it means that you're not attractive enough for her to do for you to do certain things and say certain things to her. It's the language that all these women are using nowadays. They call you weird. They call you creepy. But if somebody attractive came to them and did the same exact thing as this guy who gets called creepy and weird, they would let him get away with it. Now, let's not distinct from these women who are using the Me Too movement, like this female right now is using the Me Too movement on this guy. But it seemed to me that no matter how hard an unattractive man works, no matter how hard that he no matter how hard he works his ass off, when he gets around a female who's entitled and feel like she should be at his spot, she always seemed to bait him in with some kind of flirtatious crap and then turns on him and then mess up his career and then play the victim. I'm starting to see this a lot more and more and more now, that this war on attractive men has come to an all-time high, with women trying to take the spots of unattractive men. They think that they belong in them spots. It's happening in all types of medium. It's happening in all types of level of jobs. It's even happening on the internet. My part 2 is going to tell you the black side of it. This is just all men right now. It's crazy to me that women are now using the law against unattractive men. So it seems that they want to put you into a role where you're under them, where you can't say anything to them unless they give you permission. You can't say nothing at all to them. You can't laugh in their way. You can't touch them you can't touch them. You can't hug them. You can't touch their hand because you don't look good enough. But they're on the opposite side of these unattractive women. They allowing these unattractive women to say and do whatever they want and wear whatever they want without anyone talking about them. So now we have an imbalance in a society where the unattractive women have the biggest egos and everyone wants to put an unattractive man below everyone. The unattractive man's supposed to eat out the garbage. The unattractive man's supposed to get what he can get. The unattractive man's supposed to do whatever the beautiful woman or the ugly woman has to say. It seems like society is now making sure that unattractive men are become the ATM machines of America, the workhorses of America, and they've become the work rate of America. Because we see a lot of men who are attracted to women, they don't put that much work in to themselves, in their work, or if with women. All they do is lounge around and look a certain way. And guys who are born, that's what I'm going to do in my black side. It seems like these women are okay with the status quo. As long as the good looking man is getting the rewards from what an ugly man is built, it's okay. An ugly man can say any kind of disrespectful thing to a woman. He'll never get Me Too'd. He'll never get put up on charges. Because most attractive guys don't have to have money. They can use women for money. This man is a victim of the Me Too movement, and he's a victim and a casualty on the war on unattractive men. And I'm gonna make my part 2 of this with the black side, on the stuff that I seen on the black side. But I'm telling you, man, this is why a lot of people are now MGTOW. This is why a lot of people don't want to be around women. Because they seem to pick and choose on words they want certain guys to use. They pick and choose who they want to touch them. They pick and choose who they want to be in a space. But as soon as a group of ugly men come together and say, we don't want that no more, these women send their attractive drones to shame the ugly men into going back to women, so the women can siphon them from money, status, and just plain on I'm trying to find a word. They siphon them for just to feel good about themselves, an ego boost. They seem to keep just playing around with these ugly group of men. MGTOW has done a good job of taking these guys out of the circulation, but the men that are in circulation that believe that there's fairness in the world now, you should start looking at all of these cases that these women are claiming. You should see these men that they are putting the Me Too movement and these allegations of harassment and rape and all these of beat and torture and all this other stuff. You should see the kind of men that are always on the forefront. When you see these articles and YouTube videos of men being falsely allocated on stuff and this and stuff, you'll see the comments on these videos. Oh, he do look creepy. Yeah, I believe him. I believe her. Because this guy doesn't look like he can get women. You'll see all these comments about this guy's appearance. And they never think that this woman is lying. Because guess what? In this society nowadays, ugly or not, women are always right. They need ugly men to shut up and be whatever they want them to be. So men, ugly men, unattractive men, they can't do anything but give women money, impress women, be an entertainer to women so they can get the likes and so they can get the sex from them. Or give women their spot that they hard earn, work their ass off for. It's a sad thing to be a man, but it's an even sadder thing to be an unattractive man. Watch your back. Watch the men who sit back and tell you to do all this and do that. Watch the guys who... Watch the men who get all the women and see what they say and how they don't got respect for you if you're not an attractive man.